My name is Tiffany, and I'm a working mother, and I've been trying to manage my anxiety for the last 12 years. I was really, really saddened by the fact that I was starting to realize that this is part of me. This was not just part of having a baby. And that's when I started thinking back on my childhood and thinking about those episodes that I had as a young girl and realizing those were panic attacks. And somehow I didn't have them when I was in college. I didn't have them over a big test. I didn't have them when I got my first job. They crept back up during motherhood. But I realized that this has been baggage that I've carried around with me for a long time, and that sometimes it's heavier than others. So anxiety can hide anywhere with anybody. I probably was a little bit shyer as a child, but I've always been an extrovert as an adult. I work in healthcare. I work with a lot of people every day, and if I'm going to be around people, I'm going to have a good time with them. And I think a lot of people think of anxiety as, I don't want to leave my house, I don't want to be around crowds. That is a form of anxiety, but it's not my form of anxiety. So people are very surprised when I talk about my story. And I talk about it a lot. I talk about it with my patients that I think might be having some problems, with my friends that might be having some problems. I think it's important to talk about. I tell all my young girlfriends this, and probably if this is going to go out on Facebook, people are going to not understand where I'm coming from, or maybe they will, but you can't have it all. Here's what I mean by that. Do I think women can do a lot of amazing things? Yes. Can we have a great job that we're climbing the ladder and doing what we need to do, have time with our kids, keep a perfect house, make meals, be a good spouse, keep time at the gym, all of those things? Something has to give. And when I was struggling with my anxiety when I first had my son, looking back, I was trying to keep all of those things together. When I was on maternity leave, my house was still spotless. I was still trying to keep up relationships with everybody. I was still trying to keep tabs of things that were happening at work. So I realized very, very quickly that something had to give, and that I can't have it all, what people say, whatever it is. But in a different way, I had it all. I could sit and hold my son on a couch with piles of unfolded laundry around me, and that was okay. And my parents and my friends could come over to my house that was maybe, scattered with toys and dirty bottles and things like that. And I needed to be okay with that. I needed to be okay with the fact that I gained weight having a baby, and I wasn't going to have the time to work it off in a gym every night, because that meant I was going to have time away from him. So there's so much that we want to do and that we want to accomplish, but I think we have to forgive ourselves sometimes and realize that it's okay to just be happy sometimes with what we have and be in the moment. Having said that, it hasn't stopped me at all. We have a new business this year. We've done renovations to houses. My husband and I, we've done some traveling. Anxiety doesn't stop me. But if you came to my house right now, it's not clean. I send my kids to the grocery store a lot, or we eat out. Those are the sacrifices that we make just to keep that extra stress under control.